The Riel has hit an all-time low. Food prices are skyrocketing, and shopkeepers are now protesters clashing with security forces. The government cuts the internet nationwide. This isn't just a political uprising, it's an economic implosion feeding civil unrest. It's reshaping strategy on the global stage. Today, we dig into why Iran's economy cratered and who bears the costs. Hi, we are Economic. No spin, no hype. And how this connects to nuclear negotiations that could realign political risk premiums for years. Iran's economy has been deteriorating for years, accelerated by sanctions, mismanagement, war, and collapsing exports. Inflation has surged past 45 to 50%, and basic goods have become unaffordable for many families. The currency is at historical lows, reducing purchasing power to a fraction of previous decades. Ordinary Iranians are facing grocery installment plans and survival economics, struggling to make ends meet. What began with shopkeepers in Tehran spread into a nationwide movement across major cities. Internet shutdowns and violent crackdowns followed, including documented massacres. Global solidarity shows how economic hardship has become a catalyst for broader political dissent. This isn't merely political. It's structural economic collapse triggering systemic unrest. Sanctions restricting oil revenues and financial flows strangled external balances. War with Israel and renewed conflict cost billions in economic confidence and investment. Food, water, and fuel crises compounded the pain, making daily life incredibly difficult. The result? Stagflation, lost purchasing power, and significant capital flight from the country. When inflation hits essentials, the marginal cost of dissent collapses and the threshold for protest drops. Repressive responses increased casualties and drew significant international pressure. The government's narrative shifted between denial and sporadic reform attempts. This segment explores how economics shapes political legitimacy, a recurring theme in the rise and fall of states. The Middle East risk premium in oil and FX markets rises with instability in the region. Investors and risk arbitrageurs watch oil price volatility tied to Strait of Hormuz security. Global supply chains, price and potential supply risks affecting equities and bonds worldwide. Iran and the US resume indirect nuclear talks in Geneva, mediated by Oman. The objectives include sanctions relief, uranium limits, and economic incentives for Iran. However, military drills and threats still loom, adding tension to the negotiations. We tie how economic collapse influences diplomatic leverage, the heart of the brand margin play. Economic collapse led to protesters which doubled back to shape nuclear negotiation dynamics. If talks succeed, there's potential for sanctions easing, currency stabilization, and foreign investment. If talks fail, there's a risk of escalation, deeper isolation, and further economic contraction. Subscribe for daily explainers on economics, markets, policy, and the rise and fall of empires.